We'll take it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, 1, 2, 3 at the 12:47 mark. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Well, we welcome you into the Dietrich Activity Center on the campus of Walla Walla Community College. NWAC Eastern Region Basketball is on the air on the Walla Walla Community College Athletic YouTube channel. My name is Mike Tatko. Glad that you're with us wherever you may be. We had a heck of a women's game. Over 100 people watching tonight, and we're late starting. For those of you just tuning in, wondering why in the world it's 20 to 8 Pacific time and much later, depending upon where you are. Well, the women's game went into overtime, and Walla Walla eked out a 60 to 58 win over such a game Treasure Valley Chucker team. They came to play. They took it right to Walla Walla, led early. Walla Walla then led big before Treasure Valley tied it, but the Warriors win in overtime 60 to 58. So the Walla Walla women are second in the East, and they will advance to the NWAC tournament with that second seed. The Walla Walla men also second in the East, and that is a done deal. Nothing that happens tonight in the Eastern region matters as far as the Warriors go, and Walla Walla will open play as far as the men Friday, March 10th at 10 a.m. The Walla Walla women will play Thursday, March 9th at 10 a.m. So a couple of 10 a.m. starts for the Warriors, but only about a 45-minute drive. And so that will be the way the postseason starts. But before that, we have some work to do here. Walla Walla trying to sweep Treasure Valley. The Warriors, coached by Jeff Reinland, are 12-3 in the Eastern region and 23-5 overall. Treasure Valley 3-12 in the East and 7-20 overall. They are eliminated from playoff contention. It is a rematch, of course, of a game that took place on January 25th, in which Walla Walla won in Ontario, Oregon, 80 to 57. But as we saw in the women's game, Walla Walla had almost a 40-point win in Ontario, and it ended up in overtime. So can the Treasure Valley men pull something off similar? I talked with Coach James Jansen before action tonight, and assistant coach Colton Rapp. And they just shook their head at the luck or bad luck their team has had. James Jansen, the head coach, Colton Rapp, the assistant coach. They very easily could be 20-7 instead of 7-20. They have had a lot of close calls. And he says, Coach Jansen and Coach Rapp said, hey, the guys are starting to believe, and we need to keep at it and do some good recruiting, and we'll see how it shakes out. I'm going to turn it down to Roy Elia. And Coach Reinland is going to make a presentation. I think they're going to honor Wanda Williams, the longtime athletic support person. And Wanda, her office is right outside of upstairs from me. I think the plaque above her door says program coordinator. She is getting presented with a bouquet of flowers from the president, Dr. Chad Hickox, and the director of athletics and head men's basketball coach Jeff Reinland, as I believe you are being able to see that. And Wanda Williams getting a much-deserved standing ovation from everyone here in attendance as Coach Reinland and President Hickox present Wanda Williams with flowers and a certificate for her many, many years of service here at Walla Walla Community College, and couldn't happen to a better person in Wanda Williams. and she is retiring from Walla Walla Community College. So Wanda Williams getting another round of applause here from the crowd as we get set for this game between Treasure Valley and Walla Walla. Let's take a look at the Treasure Valley starting lineup. They line up like this. Gavin Weisweaver is a sophomore guard, 6'1", 165 from Meridian, Idaho. Went to Valley View High School. Garrett Long, a sophomore, 6'5", 175 from Boise. Went to Timberline High School in Boise. Gabe House, 5'11", a sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada. Bishop Gorman High School. Gavin Gordon, a freshman, guard forward, 6'5", 200 from Nampa. And he went to Cuna High School. And Nolan Bauer, a freshman, 6'8", 250 from Fruitland. And Fruitland High School, he's a Fruitland Grizzly. And again, James Jansen and Colton Rapp are the coaches for Treasure Valley. Now for Walla Walla, as we look at the Warrior starting lineup, it'll be Covey Kelly from Garden Valley, Idaho, 6'1", and a sophomore. Also, Spencer Wright, a sophomore from Bothell, Washington, 6'3", and a guard. Also, Trey Arland is a freshman from Kamiakan High School in Kennewick, Washington, 6'6", and a freshman, guard forward. Josh Gillespie, a sophomore from Garden Valley, Idaho, a freshman, or rather a sophomore, a forward, 6'4". And Kyson Rose, a sophomore from Kamiakan High School in Kennewick, 6'9", and a sophomore. The Warriors are coached by Jeff Reinland, Jimmy Hill, Gabe Porter, and Case Rada. And we are just about set to go here with our game. Now, the scenario for the Warrior men, they are going to play at 10 a.m. on Friday, March 10th, against either Everett, Edmonds, or Bellevue. Either they're all 8-5. They've all clinched a spot. Peninsula is the top team. The Warriors will face the third place team from the north. And so one of those teams will be third. And I frankly do not have the foggiest idea how the tiebreaker is going to work. But the opponent for the Warriors in the first round will be either Everett, Edmonds, or Bellevue. For the women, it looks like it'll be Lower Columbia, who will be third in the West, and this coming off the championship from a year ago. So here we go with basketball. The Warriors in their white uniforms from right to left. Treasure Valley in, well, I think it's navy blue. It looks almost black, but the checker colors are navy and blue. They have the blue, the orange TVCC across the front, the orange numbers front and back. Warriors with the gold numbers trimmed in black, and trying to sweep Treasure Valley. And Spencer Wright gets the Warriors off to the right start with a 3 to start things off, and it's 3-0. Want to say hello to our viewers who tune in all the time. Some of these people have been with us for years as their relatives now finally move on after this year. We also have some fans of some of the freshman kids who will be back. The 3 on the way from the right wing by Weisweaver is long, and Rose has the rebound. Donna Edwards, a shout out to Harrison Fletcher. Donna from Fruitland, riding from Fruitland, Idaho tonight, as Kelly misfires on the jumper from the left wing. And for the other player, also Betty White, always rooting for the Warriors. She tunes in quite a bit as we have our first foul. Or was it just out of bounds? I guess it's just out of bounds. They didn't report a foul. And so it's out of bounds to Treasure Valley. And 3 on the way again by Gavin Weisweaver. Again, it's short. And Kelly will run it up. There's Rose. He's so tough inside. That time the ball was either batted out of his hand or slipped out of his hand. And the ball goes over to Treasure Valley. And the Chucks misfire again. That was Howe who couldn't get it to go. And Rose with the rebound. I want to say hi to Carter Steinwan. Number 10 on the court is Austin from Clarkston. Number 1 in his heart is Rose gets free and gets fouled, and he'll shoot 2. The foul will be on Bauer, his first, and the first foul, and Rose will go to the line. The Stein ones, I have watched them compete in sports, being from Lewiston, and actually officiated. I think Carter's a quarterback for the Clarkston Bantams, and a darn good one. Kyson Rose, as we can discard the women's free throw statistics for now and get ready for the NWAC tournament next week. Rose is an 83% free throw shooter, and he is averaging 22.8 points a game. He makes them both. It's 5-0. So hello to Carter and all the Steinwan family who are not here, and also Joyce Chimoni, always a viewer, a frequent viewer, and she always says hello and go Warriors. And also Cody Rotelik. We watched his daughter, I believe it's his daughter Kyler, our trainer, a little bit of work tonight as Wright gets free, and the rebound is ripped away by Gordon. Kyler came onto the court to attend to Malia Cortez. But Malia ended up coming back into the game, so the injury was not serious. Trey Arland with a block shot of Long, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Treasure Valley basketball. And Trey's aunt, Stephanie Harmon, weighs in. I really like the touch of the black and gold hearts for Warrior colors. Stephanie is Trey's aunt, and Trey just at the block shot. So hello, Stephanie, has a block shot, but the Chuckers very good hustle, and they get the rebound, but then the Warriors get the steal. Leading 5-0, we have played almost 3 minutes. Again, this game has no bearing on any of the seeding or anything. It's for pride. Both teams want to close it out. Some sophomores here for the Warriors want to play their final home game, and a good one. And they're going to call that foul on Weisweaver. I think it's his first and the second foul. And it'll be Ben McBride coming in. We'll tell you about Ben McBride. He is a sophomore from Clinton, Utah, went to Roy High School. So again, no bearing on seedings or standings as Rose fires, and he hits it. Kyson Rose has a 3. He has 5 in the game, and Walla Walla leads. I think it should be 8-0. It is. It's 8-0. I shouldn't say it doesn't have any bearing on the standings. Treasure Valley is fighting for a spot with Wenatchee Valley, and if they win, they could tie Wenatchee Valley for 7th, and they'll stay ahead of Big Bend, who is in last. So there is things on the line as Arland is good. Trey Arland, and this is not what James Jansen wanted to see tonight. It's 11-0 Walla Walla right off the bat. Weisweaver, he is a good shooter. I watched Gavin Weisweaver just the other night. Gavin thought he was fouled. I watched him just the other night on TV. My good friend Gary Jones broadcasting for Treasure Valley. And Weisweaver was hot, but he can't get one to go so far here. And Coach Jansen will get in 2 more chucks at the first opportunity. Good help defense that time, and Kelly had it knocked out of bounds. And coming in for Treasure Valley will be Cody DeLong, a sophomore from Auburn, California, went to Placer High School. He's a sophomore. And Aiden Slater is from Tigard, Oregon, went to Central Catholic. He's 6'3", and a freshman. And so Coach James Jansen getting a lot of people into the act right off the bat. Got underway here late because of the overtime contest in the opener, in which Walla Walla won 60-58. Somebody's got to shoot it, and Arland does. It's back iron, but Rose with the rebound and a new shot clock. Wright will take a shot, and Spencer Wright will hit it, and it is a 14-point edge early in this one. And still trying to get on the board And a tip nearly went in for Gordon, but it didn't. And Wright will run it up and down the court. Wright runs it up into the corner to Kelly, who spots up. Kobe Kelly nails a three, and there's a timeout on the court. And our score, 5 minutes and 5 seconds is 17-0 Walla Walla. They expand the 30-second into immediate timeout. And that is our score, 17-0. Everett is leading at Peninsula, and Peninsula's the number one team in the North, 48-35. Bellevue also fighting for a spot. They're in, but they're fighting for the second seed. They lead Olympic by 14 on the road, and Edmonds also leading. So all three of those 8 and 5 teams are leading, and we're going to try to figure out here throughout the broadcast how we think this could come down. So we're going to look at how they've done against each other, Everett, Bellevue, and Edmonds, and we'll record these and we'll pass it on to you. So as we get back to the action here, and just by looking at it real quick, if we were to look at Bellevue and Edmonds, a loss and a win, 1-1. I think Everett is going to get second with a 3-1 record. I think Edmonds is going to get third, and Bellevue fourth. That's if they all win tonight or if they all lose tonight. So if that holds true, the Warriors would face Edmonds. But again, long way to go. We do have a foul in our game here, and it's on Gillespie, his first. And I think they have an offensive foul. No, it's a timeout. Chuckers call timeout with 14:39 to play in our contest, and our score is still 17-0. So the reason I looked at it like that, Peninsula, they are the champions of the North with a 12-1 record. Again, Everett, Edmonds, and Bellevue are all 8 and 5. If they finish in a three-way tie, then my count says Everett gets second, Edmonds gets third, and Bellevue gets fourth. And the Warriors, as the 2 team in the East, would play 3 from the North. So I think that would be Edmonds. But again, we have to wait until these games are over tonight. Again, as I was saying during the women's game, NWACsports.org will have everything for you as soon as the regular season ends. There are games Saturday. And so I wouldn't look for a complete bracket to come out until sometime Sunday. We've played 5.5 minutes, and Treasure Valley still looking. And they score. And it is Gordon who gets the Chucks on the board, and it's 17-2. Kelly spots up and hits. The Warriors have 2, 4, 5, 6 three-point goals. 2 by Kelly, 2 by Wright, 1 by Orland, 1 by Rose, and it's 20-2. Trey Jones came in at one of the breaks, and I think they're going to call Jones for an offensive foul. Weisweaver coming back in. Jones is a sophomore from Antelope, California, went to Capital Christian High School. And Forrest Smith says, let's give a shout out to Coach Rhineland. I agree. Coach Rhineland and his Warriors lead 20-2, another 20-win season. They're 23-5, and they're going to be a tough out at this tournament. Gillespie, the 5th starter, to get into the scoring column with his patented inside move. And it's 22-2. Gordon backing in and cannot get it. And that one's thrown a little bit too far. 7 minutes in. And Walla Walla looking to get to 24 wins. Again, they cannot be caught by Spokane. Nice give and go that time, and Ben McBride lays it in. 22-4. Again, Warrior women next Thursday at 10 a.m. Warrior men next Friday at 10 a.m. They leave Rose, and that one would not go. A basket and a foul. Kelly the foul, the second team foul, and Jones scores. And Jones is a 72.9% free throw shooter. And it rattles out. Arland, Kelly, Gillespie, Rose, and Wright, the starting five for the Warriors. They've played the first 7.5. And a backdoor pass, and Gillespie lays it in. And it's 24-6. Jones trying to take Kelly baseline. Nice fadeaway hit by Jones. 24-8. And Wright gets his man off a screen, takes him to the basket. He has 8. There's Jones again, and he got fouled again. And they're going to call that one on Spencer, his first and the third team. Glad you're with us. We had over 100 watching in the women's game. Of course, it went to overtime. But a good crowd on hand for this one, 77. I want to say hello to Cynthia Phelps. Great Aunt Cindy is watching Kyson Rose. Cynthia has been a frequent watcher and a visitor to our page and a chatter, and we appreciate that. I want to say thanks to all of the people who have watched all year long and past couple years, for the sophomores, the kids who have been here for more than a year, and of course we wish them the best in the NWAC tournament. I'll be over there helping out, and also we wish the sophomores good fortune as they move forward with more basketball, should they go on to a 4-year school. And we certainly have some candidates on our team that can do that. I haven't seen Treasure Valley enough, but I know the Warriors well, and we got some people who can play. Gillespie, great body control. He has 6, and it's 28-10. Chuck's on offense. And that'll be DeLong for the deep hit in the deep corner. So Chuck's getting a little bit untracked here now, 28-13. And Rose couldn't find anybody to pass it to. Ends up firing the 8-footer a little bit off the mark. And McBride down low. And it rolled out. 10.5 to play. Rose going to work on McBride. Nice pass again. And scoring again is Gillespie. Boy, Kyson Rose is so unselfish. Gillespie has 8. And we'll check the foul as Gavin Gordon comes back in. They call it on DeLong. And so Gillespie will shoot free throws for the Warriors, and 56% free throw shooter. And a little bit hard there. Warriors 2 or 3 from the line, so are the Chucks. As we approach the midway point, boy, Arlen nearly had a steal, and Spencer did, and Weisweaver fouled him. And that's the second foul on Weisweaver, and that is the 5th Chucker foul. So the Warriors will have it at the midway point of our first half, and Gillespie with a dunk. He has 10, and the Warriors lead 32-13. They're on a good pace. We've played half of the half, and they already have 32. Boy, there was a Frontier Conference Championship game last night between Montana Western and the University of Providence, and the final score was 103-95. That's what it was. Let's get you the finals on the women's side, then we'll get you the updated men's scores. Peninsula on the women's side beat Everett 89-41. It was Bellevue winning at Olympic by 8. Skagit Valley beat Edmonds by 27. Highline beat Grace Harbor in overtime 65-60. No report on Blue Mountain Yakima. Of course, our game was 60-58. Walla Walla over Treasure Valley in overtime. South Puget Sound, big one over Tacoma 79-39. Lane beat Umpqua convincingly 78-56. Lynn Benton over Southwest Oregon 51-30. Green River at home beat Lower Columbia 72-63, and the Warriors will play Lower Columbia, the Warrior women. Lower Columbia, the defending champions. North Idaho got in with a win over Wenatchee Valley 60-55. And Columbia Basin wins at Spokane 57-47. Shoreline big over Whatcom 83-39. Clackamas big over Mount Hood 90-41. And Clark won at Chemeketa 76-64. Early men's games, Pierce over Centralia 92-54. And Grays Harbor forfeited at Highline, so 2-0 there. Everett leading at Peninsula at half, 48-35. It's Bellevue at half, leading at Olympic by 10. Skagit Valley at home leads Edmonds by 3. Our game, of course, is 32-13. Blue Mountain won at Yakima Valley, 92-84. That was a game that must have been played earlier. Or maybe they played the men's game before the women's game, and that's the situation there. Shoreline over Whatcom, 24-19. North Idaho trying to be perfect, and they lead Wenatchee Valley 22-11. Umpqua leading at Lane late in the first as you continue to watch Treasure Valley on offense, trailing by 19 here. Green River leads Lower Columbia by 2. Southwest Oregon over Lynn Benton by 1, late first. Spokane, Columbia Basin, that's a good game, 22-21. Spokane leads. Clackamas over Mount Hood by 5, late first. South Puget Sound as Treasure Valley only has 3 seconds. Weisweaver had it blocked by Rose. And they go ahead to Kyson Rose, and he gets hammered by Weisweaver, and I think that's going to be his third. And Rose will shoot a pair. Should be on one Weisweaver, it is. I'm going to check the standings to see if Columbia Basin is in the East. They are, so they cannot be caught. So the Spokane-Columbia Basin game is for potential seeding. Spokane won at Columbia Basin, so if Columbia Basin would win, they'd both be 10-6, and we'd have to go to some type of tiebreaker to find out who's third and who's fourth. Rose makes the first. And the second, 34-13, into the game for Walla Walla is Steinwan. Austin Steinwan, 6'6" freshman, guard forward from Clarkston, Washington at Clarkston Bantam. And a nice move to the hoop, and a foul by the Warriors. Also in for the Warriors is Aiden Fraley, a 6-foot freshman from Vancouver, Washington. Went to Prairie High School. And they call it on Steinwand. So Kelly, Fraley, Steinwand, Arland, and Rose as Gillespie and Wright get a break. Trey Jones is already 3 of 4 from the line. It's 34-14. The second one back iron, and it comes down into the hands of Aiden Fraley, who throws it right to Jones, who lays it in, and he has 9. 34-16. And they call a foul on Jones, and that's the 7th foul, and the Warriors will be shooting. So a tough foul in the backcourt. It allows the Warriors to shoot. Fraley will shoot for Walla Walla, and Aiden is a 62% free throw shooter. Let's see what he can do with the 1-and-1 bonus. And Aiden Fraley earns the bonus, 35-16. Want to say hello to Nasira Gibson. I hope I said that right. Rooting for the Warriors. As Fraley hits both. 36-16. Nice pass by Jones to McBride, but it rolled out, and it's Fraley battling and getting the rebound. See if the Warriors can clear. They do. It'll be Kelly bringing it up. 8-minute mark of the first half. Rose backing down, now back to Trey Arland. And iron, but no good. 36-16 Warriors. Behind the back move, and it's a bodies everywhere, and coming back up with it is Trey Jones. Jones spinning and getting fouled by Kelly, I think. Boy, Jones is making a living at the free throw line. Kelly's second, Warriors' 4th foul, and they will bring in Wright. Wright will come back in as Jones is 3 for 5 tonight. He has 9 points to lead the Chuckers. 36-16 Warriors lead. They won in Ontario 80-57. Kelly will get a break. I like Trey Jones, a sophomore from Antelope, California, Capital Christian High School. He is having a night. He got both of those. Jones gets 10.1 points a game, and he already has 11. Rose backing down and going to give Arland another chance. And Trey Arland does not normally miss 2 in a row. And it ends up being Rose who takes a shot after Bauer went to the ground. And it was no good. And at the other end, it's Rose, the rebounding the missed shot by Trey Jones. Fraley will wait for Spencer Wright to get across. He just barely did. Rose in the key, and he gets fouled, and Kyson will shoot free throws here. He's already 4 for 4. He has 7 points. And Gillespie will come back in. 6:43 to go. I want to say hi to CG, rooting for the Warriors from Seattle. Kyson Rose is the leading scorer with 22.8 points a game, and he's an 83% free throw shooter. He's already 4 for 4. 6:43 to go in our half. And then we're done for a week. It's a rare miss by Rose. Again, the Warrior women open next Thursday. The tournament starts on Wednesday. The Warrior women open Thursday. And the Warrior men will open Friday. And they have intermingled the two. You have to really go to the NWAC site and look at these brackets. There are a couple days where they have games from both genders. What they've done is they've cut out the 8 a.m. game and they've cut out the 10 p.m. game, and they've expanded the first rounds to 5 days: Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then come back the next Saturday and Sunday for the Final Four. So really, I really like the format. It's a little bit longer days for workers and broadcasters and things like that, but for the participants, it's really a really well thought out plan by the folks in charge, as Rose is called for the foul. 6th team foul, and shooting will be Gordon for Treasure Valley. Gavin, a 66% free throw shooter. Coach Jansen really running people in and out. And the free throw is off the iron, and so now coming back in will be Cody DeLong. Again, Walla Walla women will face Lower Columbia, who appears to be the third place team in the West, behind Green River and South Puget Sound. Gordon hits the second. 36-19. Rose, watch out. Doesn't get his pocket picked. Fraley, right corner. And it's a two-pointer. It's a two-pointer for Aiden Fraley. 38-19, and back and forth it goes. Nobody can hang on to the ball. And Jones ends up with a lay-in, and it's 38-21. And it looks like Walla Walla may get in Jordan Hymas at the next break. 5:17 to play. Arlen going to fire. And a two for Trey Arlen. 40-21. And Fraley with the steal. Watch out behind. Going to give it off to Wright, who gives it off to Gillespie, who got fouled by Gordon. So Josh will have a pair. But first there'll be a timeout with 4:59 to play in our half. And our score, Walla Walla 40, Treasure Valley 21. Get you up to date on those other games in the North. Again, we will not know the Warrior opponent until they're all completed, and then of course we'll have to check the tiebreakers. Everett is leading, Bellevue is leading, Edmonds is trailing. So it could end up being down between Bellevue and Everett. We'll just have to wait and see. And again, Bellevue won twice. Bellevue won at Everett and won at home. So Bellevue 2-0 versus Everett. And well, I'm looking at the wrong list here, people. I'll get it right. Gillespie, meanwhile, will shoot. Let's try this again on the men's side. Warriors with the offensive rebound. Fraley. Wright's going to have to hoist up a three, and it's good. 11 for Wright, 44-21. I believe that was Gordon who scored that basket. We'll check the live stats to confirm. It's 44-23. It was Gavin Gordon who has 5. And a Warrior foul, and shooting 2 will be Bauer. And they call it on Hymas. Bauer to shoot 2 for Treasure Valley. And it rattled out. 60% shooter. And he got the second. And that's going to be on Jones. We'll check fouls at the half. Or we can look here on the live stats. It looks like 2 on Jones. Weisweaver 3. Bauer has 2. And it'll be Hymas, who was in the game from Middleton, and Gillespie back to Jordan Hymas. A little bit hard on the shot. Jordan Hymas, a sophomore from Middleton, 6'6". .250 to play here in our half. 44-24. And another jump hook attempt. That one would not quite go. And they call Gillespie. Second on Gillespie, and this will be Gordon. 1 for 2 a moment ago. Rose back in. Gordon hits the shot. It's 44-25. Warriors have slowed down considerably. I think I mentioned at the 10-minute mark they were in the 30s as far as points. And now we've played 8 minutes since then, and they've only scored a few more than 10. 44-25, but the defense is keeping the Chucks at bay, as I think that's going to be off of Treasure Valley's Gordon, and Hymas was battling for it. Rose, so unselfish, and Arland has 7. Rose only has 9 by my count, but he already has 5 assists, if that's correct. 4 or 5 assists. 46-25. And the jumper from the left baseline rolled off. The tip is good. And that's going to be credited to Gordon. And he has 8. And it's 46-27. 90 seconds to go in the half. And Rose finally takes it all the way to the hoop. Scores. He has 11. And he'll have a free throw coming. And Bauer's third. So the Chuck's in some foul trouble with Wiseweaver with 3. Bauer with 3. Rose missed his last free throw at the front end of a 1-and-1. He completes the three-point play. He has 12. And it's 49-27 with 80 seconds to go before the half. Get you some halftime numbers, get you some scores, and we'll wrap up this home season and turn our attention to the tournament. Women beginning a week from tonight, and men a week from Friday. Rose backing in and scoring. And the Warriors have hit the half-century mark. With 50 seconds left, they have 51. Nice move by Trey Jones. Good little player, Jones. 15 points. 51-29. There's a 9-second differential between shot clock and game clock, and Arlen lost it out of bounds. So, Treasure Valley, with the shot clock dead now, will have a chance to have the last shot if they do, if they like. And they will. Trey Jones will dribble it out and wait to see if they can cut into this lead before the buzzer. And Wright gets assistance from the official, and he'll miss the dunk and the follow by Arland. And that is the end of the first half. Walla Walla 53 and Treasure Valley 29. We'll take a break, get some numbers, get some stats, get a drink, and we are back with you after a timeout. Take you through some of the first half numbers of this one. First for Treasure Valley, 3 points for Gabe Howe, 8 for Gavin Gordon, 1 for Nolan Bauer, 12 for Trey Jones, 3 for Cody DeLong, and 2 for Ben McBride. For the Warriors, Covey Kelly at 6, Spencer Wright 11, 9 for Arland, 11 for Gillespie, 12 for Rose, and 4 for Aiden Fraley off the bench. The Warriors shot 19 of 35 from the floor, including 7 of 17 from distance, and they were 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Treasure Valley 10 of 29, just 1 of 9 from distance, and 8 of 13 from the free throw line. Kyson Rose already with 12 points and 4 assists, along with 9 rebounds. Warriors out rebounding the Chucks 21-17. 16 assists on the 19 made baskets for Walla Walla. I actually have Jones on my sheet for 15. DeLong for 3. 8 for Gordon. 1 for Bauer and 2 for McBride for their 29. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 13 free throws. 6 for Kelly, 11 for Wright, 9 for Arland, 10 for Gillespie, 14 for Rose, and 4 for Fraley. So that's where we stand now as we get set for the second half. Again, we'll keep our eyes on the northern region for the men. Again, the potential matchups for the Warriors, those 3 teams all at 8 and 5. And the Walla Walla Warriors, as the second seed, will be playing North number 3. And right now, Everett, Bellevue, and Edmonds are all 8 and 5. And they're all ahead. So we'll have to see what happens here. 53-29 as we are underway in the second half. Back and forth we go. And the jump hook is up and good by Gordon. He has 10. And it's 53-31. Rose did have 12. Gillespie ended up with 11 as we get you caught up here with Walla Walla scoring. And it's Rose who scores. He now has 14. And a foul over the back. That's going to be on Long. And that's the first one. Foul trouble in the first half. 3 for Wiseweaver, 3 for Bauer. And there's going to be a foul on Arland, I think. And that's the first one on Trey. For the Warriors, Kelly at 2, Gillespie at 2. It's 55-31. And a backdoor pass and a score by Bauer. He has 3. And it's 55-33. 18 minutes to go in our contest, the final home game for the Warriors. Arland And Trey Arland with his second three-point goal. He has 12. Warriors have 4 in doubles. Wright 11, Arland 12, Gillespie 11, Rose 14. Wiseweaver back in there with those fouls, and they're going to get Kyson Rose, I think, on the ground. Let's see. It's the second on Kyson, and it's the second team foul. 17:30 to play. Again, by my calculation, if all 3 of those teams win, as Gordon scores, he has 12. If Bellevue, Edmonds, and Everett all win, I have, of course, Peninsula is first. I have Everett as second. Edmonds is third, and Bellevue is fourth, and I have Walla Walla opening with Edmonds next Friday at 10 a.m. Rose backs in and knocks it down. 16 for Kyson. 60-35. 3 minutes in. And Jones gets fouled by Kelly. That's his third. And Jones, who has 15, will shoot 2 more. Again, I want to thank all of you for tuning in throughout the year and past years. If you've been a multiple year watcher of this program, as the Warriors just missed out going to the NWAC tournament a year ago, but they will be the second team from the East this year as Jones hits them both. Columbia Basin leading Spokane at half, 37-36. And they're going to call a blocking foul. Rose will help up his participant. And they're going to say 2 shots. And that's 4 on Bauer. So Rose, who has 16 in the game, he had 12 at half. And he'll have a pair here. 17 for Rose. And so McBride will come in and Bauer will have to sit down. $18 for Kyson, 62-37. Keep it to nwacsports.org for all the pairings and everything. Again, there is some action Saturday and maybe a game on Friday, a makeup game because of weather. But keep it there to get the brackets or to Walla Walla social media. And the runner is good by McBride, and he has 4. 16 minutes. And Kelly with the hit. He has 8. Steal. And Wright 1-on-2. What will Spencer do? He'll head fake. And Arland will rebound it. Kelly will spot up. And knock it down. Kelly, the 5th Warrior starter in doubles. Kelly 11, Wright 11, Arland 12, Gillespie 11, and Rose 16. We have played just about 5 minutes of this one. And taking it all the way to the basket and scoring is Gordon. He has 14. 67-41. And they're going to get Rose. They're going to say it's a foul on who? They call it on McBride. It's the third team foul. And we have a timeout on the court with 14:46 to play in our game. Walla Walla 67, Treasure Valley 41. Got a roster change here, and I appreciate the people pointing out my error. As Gabe Howe is number 3 in the game. As the Warriors misfire, Trey Jones is wearing 0. And that's Weisweaver, who couldn't get it to go. So my apologies to you Chucker fans as I confused 0 and 3 for Treasure Valley. Rose lights it up from the outside. He has 21. 70-41, knocked out of bounds. It'll be Treasure Valley basketball. So in the game for the Chuckers, Jones is back, and he replaces Gabe Howe. Also in the game is Weisweaver, McBride, Gordon, and Garrett Long. Those are the 5 for the dark uniform Chuckers, and a nice move by Gordon, but it's out of bounds. Again, my apologies. We'll get the numbers right and the scores right. I do believe that I do have Jones for 17 points, and I believe that's right, but it was Howe who was in at times tonight as number 3. We'll work on that for the last 14 minutes of the game. Here's Spencer Wright thinking about it, and now shooting it, and the net barely moved. As Spencer Wright has 14, it's 73-41. Again, all 5 Warriors starters are in double figures tonight as they try to get to 24-5. Jones going to fire a 3, and that is good. 20 in the game for Jones. Jones and Wright battling at center court. And spotting up and scoring is Arland. He has 15. Walla Walla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3-pointers, I believe, as a team. They are 12 of 23. So again, apologies to Janelle Long and Fran Howe, fans of the Chuckers, as we have a timeout on the court. 76-44 is our score. Jones is a sophomore from Antelope, California. Howe is a sophomore from Las Vegas. Capital Christian High School is where Jones played, and Howe played at Bishop Gorman. Again, a good mixture of local talent for Treasure Valley and also some out of the area kids. As again, Jones from Antelope, Weisweaver is from Meridian, Idaho, Long from Boise. As we said, Howe from Las Vegas, Nevada. Keikoa Beard, who listed on the roster but not playing tonight, is from Hawaii. Cody DeLong is from Auburn, California. Slater is from Tigard, Oregon. Gavin Gordon from Nampa went to Kuna, Idaho. The Warrior women have a player from Kuna, Darby Avery. Nolan Bowers from Fruitland. And Ben McBride is from Clinton, Utah. We'll check with our live stats that says Jones has 15 and Howe has 5. Those are kept down on the court. Gordon has 14. It's a balanced attack at the top for Treasure Valley and also for the Warriors, who have 5 in double figures. Final 13 minutes. And let's check that foul here. And the foul is called on Jones. And now the Warriors on the inbounds with 12 and a half to play. Arlen spots up again. 13th three-point goal. And it's 79-44. Walla Walla won this battle in Ontario 80-57. And they lead here 79-44. Slater driving on Kelly. Shot might have been altered. Arlen comes away with it. Final 12 minutes of the regular season. Steinwan going to get back in for Walla Walla at the next whistle as Gillespie backs in. And the baby hook for Josh Gillespie is good. He has 13. .81 for the Warriors. Kelly going to spot up in the left corner. And running it down the court is Jones. He'll pull up. And he got hit by Kyson Rose. And that's a foul on Rose, his third. And Jones will have three shots. Warriors will get Aiden Fraley into the game as Jones knocks down the first free throw. It's 81-45. And Rose will sit down. And also Spencer Wright will sit down. Again, all 5 Warrior starters in double figures. Kelly, Wright, Arlen, Gillespie, and Rose. As you look at the season-long stats, Rose averages 22.8, Gillespie 17.8, Kelly 16, Wright 12.9, and Arlen 11.6. So they average in doubles. And that's where they are right now, 81-47. Gillespie up and under, no. The offensive rebound, foul. And that's going to be on McBride. 5 fouls and a half for Treasure Valley. Again, in the women's contest, Walla Walla 160 to 58. Garrett Long now back for the Chuckers. And Gillespie ends up hitting both, so he has 15. 83-47. Good crowd on hand for the women's game and thinned out a little bit for this one, but not a bad gathering. Just inside the line, and I think that's going to be on Gillespie holding. And And that's the 4th foul on the Warriors, or is it the 5th? It's 3 on Gillespie and the 5th on the Warriors. 10:51 remains. Free throw line jumper that time. A little bit strong, but a good rebound in there by McBride. DeLong and Slater both handling the ball, and now it's Jones with the drive, the spin, and the hit. And it's 83-49, 10.5 to play. Steinwan right elbow 3 off the mark, and McBride gets a couple Warriors up in the air and can't get it to go, and then they knock it out of bounds. 10:02 to play. Walla Walla trying to get to 24. And 13 in conference. Again, missed out on the NWAC tournament by a game last year. That took a play-in game by Spokane to win it. Here in the Dietrich Activity Center. And Spokane went to the tournament. Gonna call a foul on Kelly, and there'll be a timeout. And we'll take one as well. 9:42 remains in our basketball game. It's Walla Walla 89, Treasure Valley. Walla Walla 83, Treasure Valley 49. Go back to the ball game. 9:42 now to go in this one. Again, earlier the Walla Walla women defeated Treasure Valley 60-58, and Jones to shoot at the free throw line, and up and good. Boy, a busy night at the line for Trey Jones. Fraley right in the backcourt for Walla Walla as Jones hits them both 83-51. So Spencer will bring it up along with Gillespie, Arland, Steinwand, and Fraley. Rose getting a break. Covey Kelly getting a break with 9.5 to go in the regular season finale. Spencer takes him some time off the clock. Fraley deep right corner, and that's good. And Aiden Fraley has 7. And it's 86-51. We still have 9 minutes left. Well, very similar to the first half. There's a three-point hit by DeLong, his second in the game. He has 6. Warriors started very fast offensively, and then kind of slowed down a little bit before half, ended up scoring 53. But had 32 about midway through the half. And that's the same thing here. They are really turning it on here. And they continue to fire the three, and they continue to make the three. Spencer Wright has 5 3-point goals. And the Warriors as a team have 15 three-point goals in 30 tries. 15 out of 30. Gavin Wiseweaver returns for Treasure Valley, and Gavin Gordon does too. 8:19 to play, 89-54. Steinwand and Gillespie playing catch. Josh had it batted away and then kicked, and then goes ahead to Howe, who's back in the game, and Howe lays it up and in. Gabe Howe with the lay-in from the right side. It's 89-56. And away from the ball foul. And they're going to call that on Gordon. And that's the 6th. Both teams have 6 fouls. 7:41 to go in our game. Gillespie with the offensive rebound on the quick putback, but it would not go. And at the other end, a good hit by Wiseweaver. He's a guy who can knock it down. Wiseweaver, his first basket of the game. 89-59, 7:10 to play. Another guy who can knock him down is Arland, and he does. 21 for Trey Arland. And it's 92-59. That ball's knocked out of bounds with 6:53 to play. Don't fall, please. Don't fall. Coming in now is Justice Hart for Walla Walla, and Steinwand getting a break. Also, Rose comes back. Justice Hart is a freshman from Yakima, Washington, played at Yakima Nation Tribal School. And Wiseweaver driving and getting knocked down, and there's a foul, and Wiseweaver will shoot a pair. Not knocked down to the ground, but knocked around. And so Hart picks up the foul. The Warriors are over the limit with 7 team fouls. And Wiseweaver now has 4, and the Chuckers have 60. 92-60 with just less than 7 minutes left. And he hits them both. Right out front, guarded by Howe. And Fraley. Rose with the rebound and the jump hook. And Rose has 23. Fraley has taken it to the basket is Trey Jones and laying it in. Fraley has 7. He's the closest reserve to double figures. All of the 5 starters for Walla Walla have doubles. Justice Hart. And we're going to have Arland spot up, and that's back iron. And who's the foul on? Justice Hart? It is. So that's 2 quick ones on Hart, and Treasure Valley is going to be shooting for the remaining 5:55 of this one. And it will be Wiseweaver to go to the line for the 1-and-1. He's 2 for 2. He has all of his 6 points are in the second half. It's a 30-point Warrior lead. Rose rebounds the miss as we look at Kyson's line, 23 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. Spencer Wright has 11 assists to go with his 17 points. And Arland got fouled, I think. And they called it on Long. And so Arland has not been to the line. He has 21 points. And he gives the Warriors 95. With 5:33 to play, and Treasure Valley will have it out of bounds. 22 on the game for Arland. Warriors jumped out to a 17-0 lead in this one. And it's been all Walla Walla. Really one of the few games that Treasure Valley hasn't been in. Again, the Warriors won big in Ontario, but they've been in a lot of these games, a lot of their 20 losses. They weren't all close, but some of them were. And again, we had to visit with James Jansen before the game, and he's just like, we're that close in a lot of situations, but just could not get over the hump this year. And there's a timeout on the court. It's a 30-second timeout, and it's 95-64. And they will expand it into immediate timeout. Let's take this opportunity to get the rest of the scores, especially those in the north. Everett did win, so Everett is 9-5. Bellevue won, they're 9-5, and Edmonds won, so they're 9-5. So they all finished 9-5. So if you look at the records amongst themselves, if that's how they do it, although I guess the other way they could do it is who beat Peninsula. Shoreline beat them, and so did Everett. But by my count, Everett was 3-1 against the other two teams, so they would get second. Edmonds 2-2, they would get third, and Bellevue 1-3, they'd get fourth. And I think the Warriors might open with Edmonds. That's going to be my guess. And that's on Friday at 10 o'clock. So both Warrior men and women will play at 10 o'clock in the morning. Warrior women Thursday, Warrior men Friday. Jones scores and is fouled. And Covey Kelly has fouled out of the game. He fouls out with 11. Jones, a rare misfire on that one. And at the other end, it's Aiden Fraley, who now has 9. 97-66. And fouling Gordon is Rose. .442 to play. So Gordon, who is 2 for 4, will have a pair. And it is 97-67 with just less than 5 minutes left. And 97-68. And a foul again And let's see. Rose will shoot. Howe will check out. Slater will check in. And so Rose shooting as the foul's on Gordon. And Rose one out of two, but the Warriors get the rebound. 98-68 as we approach the 4-minute mark. And trying to find the Warriors' most points. Well, a couple of games that have 108, those were in November against club teams that don't count. And Long with his first two of the game. And it's 98-70. Trey Jones with the assist on that one. Fraley in the corner. And Rose in the key, and now they'll let Hart shoot a three. And no good. Ball knocked away, and back come the other way. And if that's on Rose, that might be the end of the game. It is. So Rose fouls out, Kelly fouls out, and Kyson Rose should get a good hand from this crowd. What a great year he had here at home. He scored 103 against Tacoma in the Warrior Classic in December. And 100, they lost to North Idaho 100-67. Scored 107 against Wenatchee Valley on the 15th of January. And they're at 98 right here. 98-72 is the score, as Long makes both free throws. And Kelly is into the game, and he scores. And a three on the other end. And Jones, another basket. What a game he has had. It's 100-75. And another deep three. Not good that time. Drew Kelly is from Ritzville, Washington, a freshman. 2.5 to go, 100-75 is our score. Arlen gonna pop. And hit again. I have Trey Arland for 25 points. And it'll be Steinwan going back in. Also coming in is going to be Alex Stith. And another Warrior, I think that's Jordan Hymas. And a hit by Wiseweaver. Or was it Long? I thought it was Wiseweaver who hit it. It was Wiseweaver. It was not Long. And it's 103-78. Back and forth we go for the final 2 minutes. Wiseweaver going to go back out. Now he goes past Fraley and got fouled by Kelly. And so Wiseweaver will have a couple more. Alex Stith will come in. He's a freshman from Medical Lake. Steinwan from Clarkston, the freshman, and also Hymas, the sophomore from Middleton. (103-79). So hands all around for Wright and Arlen. They played great here. Final home game of the year for the Warriors. And Wiseweaver will knock it down, make it 103 to 80. Final 90 seconds. And a rebound by Jones. What a line he has. The live stats have him for 29, now 31. With the lay in there. Also an assist, 4 rebounds. And a steal. And a foul. And Slater will have a chance to get into the scoring column with 53 seconds left. I missed the foul, and shooting will be Slater. Again, Warrior men in the NWAC tournament on March 10th, a week from Friday at 10 a.m. against, I think, Edmonds. Warrior women March 9th at 10 a.m. against Lower Columbia, and Lower Columbia, the defending champions. So a tall order for both of these teams from here on out as Slater hits them both. 103-84. And it'll be Treasure Valley ball on the turnover one. Again, want to thank everyone for tuning in all year long and tonight as Walla Walla will have a great successful season. And Treasure Valley will have the last opportunity. That's Howe driving and kicking with 10 seconds left. Weisweaver and rolled it home. And that'll be it. Our final score tonight in the final home game for the sophomores and the final regular season game for Lewis Clark, or rather for Walla Walla Community College. Our final is Walla Walla 103 and Treasure Valley 86. The Warriors finished 13-3 in the Eastern Region. They are second behind undefeated North Idaho. 24-5 overall under head coach Jeff Reinland. Treasure Valley finishes 3-13 and 7-21 on the year. Jones with 31 for the Chucks. Gordon 16, Weisweaver 13, House 7, DeLong 6, Long 4, McBride 4, Bauer 3, and Slater 2. For the Warriors, Trey Arlen with 25, Rosestead 24, Wright 17, Gillespie 15, Kelly 11, Fraley 9, Drew Kelly 2, Covey Kelly 11. And all those were suited up, got into play for Walla Walla. That wraps up our coverage. Another year of Warrior basketball in the books here from the Dietrich Activity Center. If you're able to come to the NWAC tournament, we will see you there. If not, it's been fun. Thanks for tuning in. And we will talk to you next time we talk to you from the Dietrich Activity Center, which will be next year or next season. And in December, more than likely. And if you happen to be at the NWAC tournament, we will run into you over there. The final score of both games tonight. In the women's action, it was Walla Walla